morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba. I'm finally going to get a new coat for him today on Monday, January 6th. Merry Christmas to all you Americans. And anyway, this is your favorite alien. I wanted to do a commentary today on war. For the last 70 years, you Americans forgot the definition of war. You have tried to make it clean and painless. Unless you're the family members that loses somebody for this so-called police actions, or the right thing to call them would be regime change for Tulsi Gabbards. You Tulsi supporters know what I'm talking about. Regime change. Since 1950, that's all you've done. World War II was the last time that you went to Congress to declare war on an opposition state. And since then, you have fought the North Koreans, the North Vietnamese, and de facto Russians and de facto Chinese on both of them. You have invaded Iraq twice. You fought a covert war with the Soviet Union and Afghanistan, aided the Mujahideen, and later on became the Taliban, so kind of put you in the ass, huh? You see what I mean? And then you had American servicemen losing their lives for your so-called politics. Tulsi Gabbard has a right to complain about this. And now, the latest straw, President Trump goes over there and kills an Iranian national in Iraqi soil. Number one, Iraqi was never your ally. Iraqi was your, how would you call, nemesis. You invaded it twice. And what's funny is that when Iraq was fighting Iran, you aided and gave money to Saddam Hussein. And then after the war ended in '88 in the stalemate, Iraq went after Kuwait. Then if you invaded them in '91, you invaded them in 2003, and you used the fact that Kuwait was there. Why? Because Kuwait had oil? And then you went over to Saudi Arabia and are still there using their bases, which the Muslims don't like you there. And that's why you caused the two Twin Tower incidents in '93 and 9/11. You see what I mean, Americans? It's a law of unintended consequences and the stupid people thinking. If you're going to declare war on somebody that attacks you, you want to make sure that they're not around. So you declare a formal war declaration because you're the injured party, but you haven't been the injured party on this. That's the problem, Americans, and this is why the world looks at you kind of funny, because you have not been the injured party. You have been the acting party here. Iran can say they're the injured party here. And this is what Tulsi Gabbard has been trying to tell you since she entered the race. So what are you going to do, Americans? You got to stop this way of thinking. And remember, you're not the policeman of everything. You got to stop that too. You can't afford to do that anymore. You're not a manufacturing country anymore. You're a dying country, both physically, spiritually, and economically. Oh, and don't forget, the psyche of your country is in shatters. So you're splitting up. You got states that don't want to do this and other states that do want to do that. Heck, look at your marijuana problem. You got states that want to legalize it. Federal government still says no. How can you have contradictory things? See what I mean, Americans? You got to define war. You got to define who you are. You got to define a lot of things before you can even attempt to fix your country. Tulsi Gabbard is just telling you one of the examples. This is your favorite alien and Bubba. Good day.